Now, wouldn't your sweetie just love one of these? How adorable is this? This is a candy bouquet, and it's so super simple to make. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so here's what you need to start with. All this stuff, which is really easy to find, okay? I'm going to use a terracotta pot. And what I did is I decorated my terracotta pot. I painted it, I wrote little messages on it, and then on the inside, I glued a styrofoam round ball. Now, you don't want to use floral foam because floral foam isn't sturdy enough. You want the hardcore styrofoam because you need it to be nice and sturdy. And you must glue it inside the pot, otherwise it might roll and rock, and you definitely don't want that. Some other goodies that you can use, okay? You can go to the dollar store and you can pick up some really cute, inexpensive things for filler. These little hearts, these little crazy things right here. I love these. They fill a lot of space in the pot. And then you want to pick up some Valentine candy. And I found, of course, some suckers and things like that. These are great because they've already got the sticks attached, so you don't have to worry about attaching sticks. And then with other Valentine's candy, I went ahead and I attached skewers to the back. Now, I'm using skewers that were kind of fat, and I don't really like them as much. I'd prefer something a little thin, but hey, you got to work with what you got, right? That's what I did. So I used a glue gun on a low heat set. So what you want to do, especially with foil wrap stuff, you want to do that because there's chocolate underneath, and if you use something too hot, it's going to melt your chocolate. Okay, so just a quick little tip on how to do that. Have my glue gun here, and I just put a little blob on the back, on the bottom there, and you want to make sure that you've got the foil all covering your chocolate, and you just kind of roll it, and you see, because it actually moves the foil, you want to make sure it gets in there nice and solid. And then if you give it a little blow like that, close it down really fast, and voila, you have one of these cute little candy sticks. Now, you can do that with all types of candy. I did it with these little chocolate ones. I even did some with little Tootsie Rolls. I love these because they have a little saying on them. So those are great little finds. And then when whoever you give it to wants to eat them, you just rip them off, and the stick comes off and everything. So it's still edible, which is important. Then for some more filler, I made these cute little, they're supposed to be like those candy hearts, that you buy and eat, those little Necco hearts, and then wrote all these little sayings on them. And I painted the hearts and then used a marker to write the little sayings on them. So we have all these. And then what I did is I attached, you can see on the back, I attached some skewers to the back. Now you want to be careful because I made a mess of this one. Try not to do that because, you might see the back of this or not. I'm going to show you how to fix that. But I also want you to notice how I made them in different heights. Well, most of them anyway. Well, I guess they're all the same height here. You'll see what I mean later. And then this one's really tall because you need different heights. But as I cut the skewer up, I tried to, create different heights with all of the different things that I'm using. So you have different heights to work with. Okay. Now the other important part is the filler, because you can't just fill this entire thing with candy, and you don't want to see the styrofoam ball. So look what I made. I made some of these little doodads right here, and I'm going to show you how I did that. These are floral sticks, and they have wires attached to them, which is so convenient. I love that. Okay, so what I did is I took some tulle. This is tulle. You find this in the wedding aisle. It comes in a whole bunch of different colors. And then I took a piece of tulle that's about this long, okay? And I just folded it in half. Okay, and then I folded it in half again, and it does not have to be perfect. So that I have a square about this size, okay? And then I just take the center, and this is a lot like that little flowerette segment that I did with, making little flowerettes out of old scarves. Anyway, I just took my little floral pick just like this, and I wrapped the tulle around it, and then I take the wire and I'm anchoring the tulle to the stick with the wire. Just wrap it all the way around, and that will secure it. and it makes this little fluffy piece right here. And I'll tell you something, you're going to appreciate this because it covers up a multitude of sins. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of them made over here. And now what I get to do is I get to start assembling my really pretty pot, okay? My candy bouquet, I should say. Now, as you can see, this has been used a few times. That's okay. We're all into repurposing and recycling. So there you go. So it's nice and secure, and you always want to start with the tall stuff first. So I picked up some of these. I'm just going to poke those in. In the center, just like that. My other tall piece. Hot stiff. Just like that. Looking good so far. And then you just kind of go in and poke stuff in. That's a technical term. And I like to make it so, you don't stick it in. Here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to stick stuff in that way. You want to put it so that whomever is looking at it can see it. Okay? And we'll go ahead and put some of these taller pieces in the back. More in here. And just kind of fill it up. I love to use the little candy pieces. And you could save some to go back in later and fill in the blanks. Okay, just like that. Oh, put on one more here. Just put it right here. Now you take your filler and fill in the rest. And push them all the way in because you don't want to cover up any of your candy. Oh, I forgot I have these. Not sure where I'm going to put these. Right here. Oh, these are so cute. Ta-da! How adorable is that, right? Was I right or was I right? Now think about this. You can do it for just about any theme, any holiday, any occasion. You could put cookies on there. You could put big old things of candy on there. Whatever you can fit on a stick will work, okay? So have fun and happy Valentine's Day to my sweetheart, Ray.